The New York Football Giants and Joe Schoen have done it again. A trade and a steal for this organization. They have traded for former number 8 overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Isaiah Simmons. He will be going from the Arizona Cardinals to joining the Big Blue, the New York Football Giants. What a move for Joe Schoen early on a Thursday morning. We'll break everything down that comes to Isaiah Simmons. But let's break down the trade. They only traded a 7th-round draft pick in this upcoming year. A 7th-round pick for a player that 3 years ago was a freaking first overall selection, selected in the top 10, number 8 overall. The Giants just made highway robbery. Shout out to Joe Schoen, best general manager in the National Football League. He finds a way to trade a 7th-round pick for Isaiah Simmons. Who is Isaiah Simmons? Let's break down what he's done in the National Football League so far in his 3-year career. One thing I do admire about Isaiah Simmons is he's been able to avoid injury so far in his career. He's played in every game in his career so far. His rookie season, 99 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 interceptions. Then the next year, 106 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, 1 interception. And then in 2020, his rookie season, 54 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. You might be asking, Marshall, what position is Isaiah Simmons going to play? And my answer is yes. He's going to play a little bit of off-ball linebacker inside the box. He's going to line up on the edge and get after the quarterback. He's also lined up in the slot a good bit in his career, and he's also lined up at deep safety. He was quoted in this offseason saying he wanted to be a defensive back for the Cardinals this year. I know this. Wink Martindale, he's going to find a good spot to use him for this football team this upcoming year. I know this, though. When the Giants make a move, we make a video. So if you haven't yet, go down right now and subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. We put out Giants videos every single day on the latest news and rumors. We're going to be live on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. We're going to be live an hour before the game on Saturday against the Jets. Join us then. We're live for every single game day. Nobody puts out more content on Giants YouTube than we do. I take pride in that. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. My first thought is this. This is a great move by Joe Schoen. It's a great move for the New York Giants. When you talk about what this football team lacked at the current moment, it was depth. It was more athleticism. That was a priority for this regime to really kind of make over this football team. More speed, more athleticism. And when you talk about Isaiah Simmons, that is exactly what he is. He is someone that can go and play every single position. He was clocked at the NFL Combine back in 2020. He ran a 4.39 40, 39-inch vertical jump, 6'4", 238 pounds, selected number 8 in the 2020 NFL Draft. And he has had his ups and downs throughout his career. I feel like Arizona has struggled to really find a spot to use him on the football field because he can do so many different types of things. He's a joker on this team, on the football field. And I wonder, and I ask myself this question, could it change the scenery for the young football player out of Clemson, top 10 pick, could going from Arizona to New York and getting to play under a defensive coordinator like Wink Martindale, who is one of the most creative and I would say exotic and different defensive coordinators in the National Football League, could him, playing under him and learning how to be a Swiss Army knife, change the trajectory of this team? I'm going to give you my one-word reaction to the Giants trading for Isaiah Simmons coming up in just a second. But I want to hear from all of you in the comment section right now. What is your one-word reaction to the Giants trading a 7th-round pick? I say it out loud and I still don't believe it. The Giants trading a 7th-round pick for Isaiah Simmons. Let me know what you think. Mine is wizard, and I'm talking about Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen is a wizard. This man turned Kadarius Toney into a 3rd and 6th-round pick. Great trade. Then he traded a 3rd-round pick, number 100 in the National Football League draft, for Darren Waller, a top 3 tight end in this league. And then with that 6th-round pick, He drafted Trey Hawkins, who is going to be starting at the cornerback position for this team week 1. And then he trades a 7th-round pick for Isaiah Simmons. Clap it up. Clap it up for Joe Schoen. I remember when this team was managed by Dave Gettleman. I remember when this team was managed by Jerry Reese. They were not this smart. They were not this calculated. They didn't make moves that were going to equate for winning. This is all you gave up for a player that not even 4 years ago was selected inside the top 10. This is a low-risk, high-reward move for Joe Schoen. This is no risk. We will never look back at this trade. Isaiah Simmons could never play for the New York Giants, and we could say it was a good trade. It was worth it. There's no risk. You gave up a 7th-round pick, but the reward, what could potentially come, what he could do for this defense, the player he could become, the reward is you are potentially getting, and I'm not joking when I say this, an all-pro level football player. I truly believe that that is the type of talent that this man has. I think he has been misused in Arizona. I don't think they've put him in the proper positions to succeed. And I think under Wink Martindale, which I've said a couple times before, the Martindale magic, as I like to call it, is going to be on full display with Isaiah Simmons this year. Let's talk about, though, how the Arizona Cardinals have used him. Let's look at this past season, 2022 and 2023. Isaiah Simmons snaps by alignment. You can see he's a joker. He's a wild card. He could do it all. 110 snaps off the edge, 297 snaps in the box. But what's really interesting here, focus on this number. This is just 2022. 409 snaps in the slot just in 2022. But look at his career snaps. He played more snaps in the slot this year for the Arizona Cardinals than he has done in year 1 and year 2 combined. Over, what was it, 409 snaps in 2022, and then, 200 and, he could do it all. You see in the box. In the earlier years in his career, he played a lot in the box, and he did a little bit more off the edge. And I expect him to do all of those different things. You also look at where he's lined up, and in his career, he has 63 snaps at free safety, 65 snaps at cornerback. He's going to be used all over the field, and it's the type of athlete he is. 4'3", 40 at 6'4", 240 pounds. You now look at this defensive line depth chart. I have been pounding the table, begging, pleading, asking, demanding for this football team to add more pass rushers to this squad because I love what we have on the front 4 and really the front 5. You got Thibodeaux, you got Leonard Williams, you got Dexter Lawrence, you got A'Shawn Robinson, you got Azeez Ojulari. But after Kayvon Thibodeaux and after Azeez Ojulari, prior to today, I was scared of the edge depth on this football team because I like Tom and Fox, but he's a UDFA. Baldonado is a UDFA. O'Shane Zimenez has somewhat been a bust in his NFL career. And Bauer is most likely not going to make this team. So now you add a guy with unreal potential and athleticism, Isaiah Simmons. He's not just going to be your edge, though. He's going to line up at inside linebacker, too. You're going to see him play next to Bobby Okereke. Maybe some 3 linebacker sets. We know Wink likes to get crazy with what he likes to do on defense. He's going to play off the edge. He's going to play at the linebacker position. Do not be shocked if you see him in the slot, playing a little slot corner, blitzing from the slot. Shoot, don't be shocked if you see him drop it into coverage as a free safety. He does absolutely everything on the football field, and I think that this really, really, really might be a key piece and a big trade for the Giants this year. I think it could affect this win total. Show our general manager some love. There's not a lot of GMs that have done a total makeover of a football team in 12 months, 16 months, like Joe Schoen has with this team. Incredible work by Joe Schoen. Show him some love. Traded a 3rd and 6th round pick, or got a 3rd and 6th for Kadarius Toney. Traded a 3rd for Darren Waller. Drafted Trey Hawkins with that Kadarius Toney pick. And now trades a 7th round pick for Isaiah Simmons. Show your general manager some love. Type those JS's in the comment section. The upside of this move is crazy. I'm going to say it again. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I really don't. But I think that we may have just added another foundational piece to this organization. I know that he hasn't been great, and he's flashed. He's flashed early in his career, but he's so much struggle, but I almost blame that more so to the dysfunctional organization that the Arizona Cardinals is. If he could fit, he could essentially fit the biggest holes on this team. When I talk about on the defense, where the Giants needed to improve the most, it had to be at that slot corner position, and it had to be at depth at the edge, and even more speed at that inside linebacker spot next to Bobby Okereke. And somehow, some way, Joe Schoen, Giants general manager, was able to find that player for a 7th-round pick. Man, we are blessed. We are blessed, Giants fans. As always, I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate everybody that tunes in to New York Giants Now. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Look, if you made it this far in the show, that at least means one of two things. You like what we're doing, you like the show, or you think I have a pretty cool widow's peak. So either way, hit that sub button right now.